up is the insurance commissioner candidate, Shane Bruce. Is Shane in here? My left. I would describe Shane, but I think he'll do a much better job.
All lies, rumors, and innuendo. No photographs, no proof.
Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shane Bruce. I'm proud to be your candidate for Commissioner of Insurance and Fire Safety Services. Now, my relative knowledge base about insurance in the coast of Georgia, the only thing I can tell you for sure that I know is it's too freaking high. As we progress with this campaign, we'll see what we can do about influencing the discussion to get Georgia from number 9 on high policy, high insurance cost out of 50 states down to where it likes to hang in education at about number 49. We'll try and make a retrograde movement there. So I'm not going to talk specifically about the insurance commissioner slot, but I do want to talk to you desperately about some general line stuff. Like, first question, everywhere I go and identify myself as a libertarian, people do a double take, if not a spit take, because we're rare birds. I mean, we got what, 50, 60 in this room right here. And often I'm asked by people, you're a libertarian, how many damn libertarians are there? And you have to respond, well, if you take a look at polling numbers here in the state of Georgia, there's somewhere between 127,000 and 1 million libertarians, because that's how many votes John Mons polled in 2008. I happen to think that there are more libertarians around Georgia than that, which brings us to the next question that I'd like to address. How do we win? How do we win? Well, we've taken an important step here today, ladies and gentlemen. If you'll notice, there's not a single statewide office that's up for election in this cycle that doesn't have a libertarian slotted into it. The important thing at this point in time in this race is the fact that the only names we know for certain, for dead certain, that are going to show up on that ballot in November are these names right here. The Republicans will be busy eating each other's souls. The Democrats, if they can find some candidates to run, hopefully will be engaged in the same activity. How do we win in Georgia? The Libertarians. We have no money. We never have any money. But you know, today I learned something exciting to me during the Treasurer's report. We got $43,000. The state Democrat Party's only got $167,000. They've only got, what, 3-4 times more money on hand than we got? And we're worried? They should be shaking in their shoes. So, how do we win? How do we win? Let's define win. I really want to look at this closely with you. We're currently a political body. And that means that through the actions and the struggles and the travails of the libertarians that have gone before us, we have access to statewide races. We can run a governor. We can run a lieutenant governor. We can run a state. We can run an insurance commissioner. We can run PSC. We can do all of those things, all these lofty positions at the highest echelons of government in Georgia. We have access to because of the work of people that have come before us. And yet, we have to petition in order to run a state house or state senate candidate. We have to go out there in the hot July sun, and we got to get people to answer the door and sign a petition. That's kind of a disconnect, don't you think? I mean, we can run for governor with no petition, but we can't run for state house. That's got to change. And to change that, I think we need to look at our definition of winning in 2010. To me, winning in 2010 is John Mons polling 20% plus 1. Because when John does that in November, we transition. We are no longer a political body. We are a political party. We have access to every race in this state in 2012. So in 2012, boys and girls, that's when the hammer is going to fall. We're going to run candidates in 140 uncontested races that habitually happen in our state, every election cycle. 2008, 62 Democrats got a free ride, no opposition. 82 Republicans got a free ride, no opposition. So defining the win in 2010 to me is John Marnes as governor candidate breaking 20%. And in 2012, we cleaned house. You guys have probably heard about the Free State Project. Hell, we're libertarians. We've all heard about that. You know, the idea was that a bunch of libertarians would move to a small population state, and then by sheer force of numbers, institute libertarian government principles. No reason to move. You're living in the free state. We just got to get behind John. We got to get behind our state candidates. They have to reinforce his run, and we got to pull 20% in his race. And if John pulls 20% in his race, boys and girls, of all the people up here on this list right now, there's going to be 5 or 6 runoffs. 5 or 6 are going to result out of this. We got 2 runoffs in 2008 with a limited slate of candidates. Those runoffs are going to be hellishly expensive to our Republican and Democrat brothers and sisters. We're going to bleed them to the bone. They're going to fear us when we walk in a room. They're going to give us the respect that we deserve because we are the leading edge politics in the state of Georgia. And we're going to put you in the driver's seat, Mr. Mons. Thank you.